Pero entonces lo que ya yo hacía bien, lo dañé. Imposible. Pero entonces cuando me dan la última evaluación final de todo, este, dale, dale refresh. Dale refresh. Es que están habiendo problemas con el servicio. Liberty aquí en Puerto Rico está teniendo problemas, no sé qué es lo que está pasando. Pues ellos me dicen que me quedé corto por 3 puntos de la evaluación. O sea, a mí me despiden por 3 puntos nada más. 6 años de servicio, uno de los mejores operadores allí, no sirvió para nada porque quitarme 3 puntos fue lo que bastó para ellos sacarme de ahí. Y ahora mismo, pues yo estoy en una situación que no me siento, emocionalmente no me siento bien, como que para tener que empezar en toda esa pendejada nuevamente, tener que lidiar con la gente, decirle, mira, a mí me pasa esto, me pasa lo otro. Y entonces, es más, yo he ido a unas entrevistas de trabajo y cada vez que menciono, porque hay que mencionarlo, tú tienes que decir que tú tienes un impedimento, porque eso tú lo tienes que decir de primera instancia. Por ley lo tienes que decir. Tan pronto que yo digo que tengo un impedimento, ya he visto varias personas que me hacen, oh, o sea, que me hacen, they roll their eyes out. O sea, hacen eso y me he dado cuenta la falta de tacto y de eso, y de esos sitios no me han vuelto a llamar más. Así que pues estoy ahora mismo en el proceso de contactar a un abogado y todo eso para entonces solicitar la incapacidad del seguro social, que es lo que como tal es la última opción que me queda. Pero nada, déjame coger un pequeño receso para ir al baño rapidito y regreso ya mismo.
Es, yo creo que es importante que independientemente de lo que nosotros hagamos, lo que cada uno de nosotros haga por pasatiempo, debemos tener, ¿verdad?, conciencia de que hay personas a nuestro alrededor que pues a lo mejor necesitan de nuestra ayuda, y nosotros que tenemos tanto, buscar la manera de dar un poquito de lo que nosotros tenemos, y si lo que tenemos son nuestros talentos como gamers o como dije, de arts and crafts o lo que sea, utilizarlos en favor, ¿verdad?, de poder recaudar fondos para esos niños que necesitan nuestra ayuda. Mi nombre es Verónica. Yo soy extra lifer porque tuve la oportunidad de ver una familia cercana, unos amigos, tener un momento de necesidad. Su niña fue diagnosticada con leucemia. Lamentablemente, pues ella no pudo salir adelante y fue una pérdida, pero para todos nosotros fue una motivación, y para mí lo personal fue una motivación para seguir adelante, y por tal razón pienso que this is not game over.
She was the flyer. She's the one that they would, get and throw into the air.
She was this cute, petite, tiny little girl with just a head full of long blonde hair. She wasn't afraid of heights. In fact, she wasn't really afraid of anything.
We had noticed she had just gotten weak. I said, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "You're a tumbler. You can tumble and do backflips." It progressed from that to she fainted a couple times. So I took her into the doctor the next day, and they immediately sent us to Texas Children's Hospital.
She was just, from the moment I met her, she was about 11 years old, she just had a sort of magical presence about her, and nothing would keep that girl down.
Victoria was diagnosed at the age of 11 and a half with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
In today's world, we cure, go away forever, about 80% of children. In 1965, we cured 5% of children. So the improvement is unbelievable. And Victoria actually had a particular subtype of ALL that the cure rate should have even been better than that.
Victoria's treatment was to take 2.5 years. And at the end of 2.5 years of chemo, Victoria was to be finished with her treatment.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Frickback and see what she has to say.
Well, what's your name again?
My name is, Bunny McBunkbunk.
Well, Bunny McBunkbunk, today our breaking story is about a little dog named Arfie.
First time I met Victoria, we were doing a radiothon at a radio station in Houston, Texas. She was very full of energy and was already considered a long-term survivor of leukemia.
At the end of 2.5 years, when Victoria's treatment was over, they performed another spinal tap and a bone marrow test.
Joellen called me and she had just the worst news ever, and that is that Victoria's cancer had returned. Victoria at that time decided she was going to fight and entered the hospital for what would turn out to be an extremely long stay.
And he asked her at that time, he said, "Victoria, do you like to play video games?" She said, "I love to play video games."
So I put the word out to a website that I worked with called Sarcastic Gamer, and the online community responded in droves. What I expected to be a couple of games that might come from here and there instead turned out to be things coming from all over the world. So much so that it became sort of overwhelming. Tori had to end up giving it away to other kids who were also stuck in the hospital.
And she made it through, and 9 months later, she relapsed again. So this was 3 times she was told that she had cancer.
She couldn't be around other people that could have any infections. When she was out, she had to wear her masks.
During this time, Victoria contracted a fungal infection, which is from a very low immune system, and she had little to no immune system left.
And I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, "I'd really just like to get out of this hospital and go see Christmas lights. Christmas lights are something my family and I go see together all the time, and I can't even leave to go see Christmas lights." And after about 10 minutes, we rolled back upstairs to her room, and we had our picture made in front of a little Christmas tree. And I said goodbye. In that picture is one of my most prized possessions, because it was taken just moments before I saw my friend for the last time. And Victoria passed away before I could get back to see her.
Victoria passed away on January 21st, 2008, after a 4-year battle with leukemia, failed bone marrow transplants, and fungal infections.
It was as a result of Tori's death, sitting at her funeral, that I made up my mind that I needed to be doing this, not just a couple days a year with a radiothon, that I needed to be doing this with my life.
Doc wanted to do something special for Victoria, in memory of Victoria, and he came up with a fundraiser called Extra Life. And this fundraiser would be for the gaming community.
It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so Extra Life was born. 1,200 gamers showed up on October 15th in 2008.
With this year's Extra Life Gaming Marathon, we're helping save kids' lives. You don't even have to be a crime-fighting superhero.
Each and every year afterwards, it continued to grow. Gamers responded by being able to game for their local hospitals. The next year, 4,500 gamers showed up, raised almost $500,000. The year after that, it was 15,000 gamers raising $1 million, and the next year, 17,000 gamers raising $2.1 million.
Then in 2013, over 40,000 gamers came together to raise over $4 million.
Video games are like the #1 form of entertainment on planet Earth, have been now for quite a while.
Anyone could be involved in Extra Life.
Gamers aren't that pale kid in mom and dad's basement. They're mom and dads, they're aunts and uncles.
A young child to an older adult to a grandparent.
You can take all that fun of playing games for 24 hours and reach out to your friends and bring them to your environment.
Or if you want to play a board game, a card game.
The funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
They might buy an isolette for a baby that is born the size of a cell phone and has to fight for its life.
I can guarantee you that that money goes directly back to these children to keep this from happening again to someone else's child.
Getting involved with Extra Life is really simple. You just have to go to the website at extra-life.org, put in a few details in there, join a team if you'd like to, or create one. After that, it's as simple as fundraising with your friends and family. Let them know why you are doing this. They should know that the money you raise is going to stay local in your community.
We never will truly lose Victoria because she will live for all of us through this.
It started with a little girl in Orange, Texas.
And I think that's all we have to say for today.
All we have to say today, so
we'll see you
you
tomorrow
later
at
on
news at
whatever time it is.
at Victoria's house. Bye.
Ok, estoy de regreso. Dema, saludos papi, ¿cómo tú estás? Dema, que es el hombre número uno en mis streams de tiempo que lleva conmigo. Moche es el que prácticamente está la mayoría del tiempo conectado, pero Dema es por antigüedad. Bien, llegando de comprar unas cosas. ¿Qué me compraste? ¿Qué me conseguiste? Yo fui a buscar unos monchi para monchear un poquito y agua para beber agua en mi botellita de Extra Life. Ahí, botellita de Extra Life. Que nos llevamos todos los Extra Life que habíamos pasado $100 de recaudo, creo que fue. Algo así, creo que fue. Entonces, cuando entré para solicitar el perk que me gané, decía que el precio de esa botellita era de $250. Yo me quedé, ¿what? ¿Por qué cuesta tanto? A lo mejor era para que nadie la comprara, que la tenían, porque es auspiciada por G Fuel. Y entonces, para que nadie la comprara, y era para ser exclusivo, no sé por qué, no podían ponerlo privado, porque tú tienes que poner un código para poder solicitarlo. ¿Verdad? $250. Yo me quedé, pero la botella más vale que reproduzca el agua ella misma, que la haga ella misma. Ya regresaste, ¿qué pasó? Que te habías ido, nada, que iba para el baño, iba para el baño, y aproveché también para buscar unos monchis, porque da hambre. Ya son las 1:06 de la mañana. Así que buenos días a todos ustedes. Estamos en domingo ya, estamos en la recta final. ¿Cuánto me queda? 8 horas. Porque es hasta las 8 de la mañana. Es la 1, así que 7. 7 horitas. 7 horitas es lo que me queda. Así que vamos a darle a este juego, porque de aquí yo quiero pasar a los juegos de Data East. Una vez que termine con este juego. ¿Y por qué se me va la cámara otra vez? Ay, bendito. Vamos a empezar con los problemas nuevamente. Un brequecito, que esto se fastidió. Denme un segundo, voy a tener que tumbar el stream porque tengo que resetear esto otra vez porque no me está reconociendo el mouse ni la cámara. Déjame arreglar esto. Me voy a desconectar, pero regreso ya mismo, ¿ok?